Allô? 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 Allô?
He doesn't want to answer?
No.
You're calling Leroy Jones?
Yes.
Or Cassius Clay?
Yes.
Or Rap Brown?
Yes.
Or Pierre Moulel?
Yes.
Or Stokely Carmichael?
Yes.
Or Eldridge Cleaver?
Yes.
Or Malcolm X?
Yes.
Or Patrice Lumumba?
Yes.
And he's not answering.
No.
Your first name, is it Ophelia?
No.
Cordella?
No.
Eve?
Yes.
And where were you born, in Stalingrad?
No.
Trafalgar?
No.
El Alamein?
No.
Budapest?
Yes.
And your surname, is it Republic?
No.
Totalitarianism?
No.
Liberalism?
No.
Trade unionism?
No.
Democracy?
Yes.
Do you feel exploited by the moment you step into an interview?
Yes.
Do you think there's a good way of conducting an interview?
No.
You think it's a matter of professional technique?
Yes.
Woman. If you feel so negative about being interviewed, but you consent to this one, perhaps it's because you feel the need of a psychic house clean.
Yes.
You have to go through your ideas in brutal form, so the brutal form might be the form of the interview.
Yes.
Not to spend your time thinking privately.
Yes.
You think culture is order?
Yes.
Just come round here a bit more, will you? Follow her close now.
Sure.
You were on marijuana, benzodrine, sleeping pills for a few years. And you were addicted to Seconal too.
Yes.
A man of culture is as far from an artist as a historian is from a man of action.
Yes.
Do you think that drugs are a spiritual form of gambling?
Yes.
And do you think culture has lowered artistic creativity?
Yes.
Are drugs a poetic equation that can be carried right down to the end of its metaphor?
Yes.
Is it because the myth of culture is so well accredited that it always survives revolution?
Yes.
And marijuana does something for the sense of time.
Yes.
It accelerates it. It opens you to your unconscious.
Yes.
Just come here a little more. Just come around here. But on LSD, you begin to die a little. And that's the way you get this extraordinary sense of revelation. Perhaps you taste the order of your own death on such a trip.
Yes.
It is urgent to replace the word culture by another one.
Yes.
And maybe the devil is God in exile.
Yes.
Do you have a theory about who killed Kennedy?
No.
It is impossible for America to get out of Vietnam. Psychologically impossible.
Yes.
Americans, you think, really want to fight?
Yes.
They really want a war.
Yes.
They have there the biggest professional war game in the history of the world.
Yes.
And America is just doing there what they want to be doing. Some shooting, some war, all covered by color television.
Yes.
And there is only one way to be an intellectual revolutionary, and that is to give up being an intellectual.
Yes.
It would be almost necessary for them to build schools of deculturalization.
Yes.
Well, it'll take a long time.
Yes.
And to fulfill this progressive operation, the mind has a very hard task.
Yes. Yes.
Cut, just there a minute. Now just come here again. You boy, come round here. Okay, border. 12, take 4. Orgasm is the only moment when you can't cheat life.
Yes.
The Occident is fighting communism because the Occident is Faustian.
Yes.
And the tragic irony is that in fighting communism, we are creating the absolute equivalent of communism in our own society.
Yes.
And when sex becomes problematic, in walks a totalitarian.
Yes.
And the one thing you will have learned after all these years is not to make love when you don't really feel like it.
Yes.
When the novel is dead, then the technological society will be totally upon us.
Yes.
And do you think that a woman in the home today, do you think she is miserable?
Yes.
Do you think the lower classes have more sexual vitality than the upper classes?
Yes.
And members of the upper classes
John
tend to
Birch's
be
daughter
fond of their
straightened
own
herself out and
perversion.
spread her legs for her master. In deep and firmly went
Yes.
Brezhnev's prick. And as
The
it sank
trouble with
deeply
the
into
lower
her,
classes,
John Birch's daughter
when
began
they
to
see
whip her
perversion
muscles
as a weakness.
up and back. Up and back shot the mighty prick into John
Yes.
Birch's daughter's distended cunt. Round and round whirled her ass. Up and back in conformity
Follow
to
me now,
Brezhnev's
dear.
pokes went her
Follow me
buttocks.
now.
Loose and tight went the
And do
tiny
you really
muscles of the
think
flaming cunny.
that when you said to be an intellectual revolutionary, the only way is to give up being an intellectual?
Yes. Yes.
And you really mean
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Page 19. Stalin came closer.
Okay, cut.
Soraya was trembling. She dared not meet his gaze. I'm leaving you, Joseph. Farewell. Hey, baby, you sound like somebody in a dime novel. You'll have me crying in a minute.